Andre. So right now I'm doing a car review on his 2008 335i, and it has a couple mods on it. So right now I'm just kind of like cruising on these back roads, just like seeing how the car feels. So far, he's upgraded his clutch. It feels pretty light, and he upgraded it from the 08 to the 2011, since it can handle about 600 foot-pounds of torque in comparison to the 08 version. So right now I'm just like kind of cruising, seeing how everything is. So far, this car feels like a boat in comparison to my car, like an S2000, but it's pretty fast for what it is.
It has really stiff suspension, if you can't tell. Really stiff steering.
I'm used, like my car's pretty stiff, so like I'm pretty used to it.
Yeah.
It's not really that. It's mainly like the turning radius I'm not used to, because my car is not as long.
Gotcha.
20 roll. Dude, even when I let out the throttle, the car still was going. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I didn't redline it all the way out. I probably took it to like 6,500.
That's where peak boost is.
Oh,
I usually shift for like right at 63.
This thing is a torque monster. So far, what I think about the car, it definitely goes. Compared to my 370Z, I make like 350 wheel. How much horsepower? Like 400 and like
50-ish.
450, yeah. So that's a whole 100 different horsepower. I mean, with the traction control on, I'm pretty much able to control the car. I don't know about traction control off. I don't want to test that out right now. I love how responsive it is, because like what size turbo is it exactly on the
Dude, they're puny. I mean, like honestly, they're like almost 30 millimeters. Like,
it's really responsive for what it is, and it's definitely packing a punch. I've driven a Mustang EcoBoost, and it was bolt-ons or whatever, but it still didn't feel as powerful as your 335i.
I believe it, man. It's just this car, like stock turbos, like I said, they're really small. Yeah. Like, if you pull them off, they're smaller than the palm, and like you can fit them in the palm of your hand. Yeah. And they're just so responsive. They're super torquey. Mm-hmm. And that's why a lot of guys go upgrade to twins, because you know the responsiveness is just right there.
When boost kicks in, like you feel boost kicking. So I think we're gonna go and do a pull on Gandy. If you're familiar with the Tampa car scene, that's probably one of the well-known spots for Mexico action. So what pull should we do? Since like that's where
you can do a second gear 40 roll.
A 40 roll?
Yeah.
Okay. I usually do a 40 roll in my car, so I want to see how the car acts. So your clutch is really it's not that high. It's actually a little bit lower than I expected.
Yeah.
And you're making way more power. Like my car, I'm making like 350. Like my car is the only car I can really compare this into, because I haven't driven a car this fast before.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting your clutch to be like a lot harder to actually drive than my 370Z, and it's actually a lot easier. Like I could daily drive this if I wanted to.
Yep. That's what I do.
So we're just like cruising it forward, like 3,000 RPMs, just pops, crackles everywhere. So far, I'm really loving it. I love the interior of this car. It's really nice. It's fairly modern. It looks like an upgraded E46 pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I had nothing like bad to say about the car so far. I mean, the only thing about this car is that it's a sleeper. So if you buy like a 335 sedan, no one's gonna look at that car and be like, oh my God, that thing's fast. It's a really nice looking car, but you're not gonna get that like sporty, like, oh my God, like it's a sports car, like it's gonna beat me, it's gonna gap me. Like you don't get that at all with this car.
I completely agree.
So with the MTech 335i, pretty much everything that's different on the MTech is all the suspension components. And by the way that this car feels, like it feels sturdy, like the way it handles, it's very firm. I feel very driver confident in this car. Like it doesn't feel like the car is gonna just like turn right all the way over randomly and like I'm gonna spin out of control or something. Like it doesn't feel like that at all. Lanes behind us.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a 40 roll. It was How was the traction control on? All right, so like I said, yeah, this car is pretty fast for what it is. It's a sleeper, 335i, 2008, upgraded, pretty much everything. Oh, I forgot to say, so you have, what other power mods do you have other than the open downpipe?
So it's obviously downpipes, fuel pump, charge pipe, intercooler, intakes, and that's it, tune.
So with all those mods, how much do you think it costs to make 450 wheel horsepower on a 335i?
It all depends on who the person is. Like if you're buying used parts, if you're buying new parts, roughly new. Let's see, Vrsf, the intercooler is about 400 bucks. MMP downpipes are about 250. Intakes, dual cone intakes are about $100. And the fuel pump is, you know, you can always build one or order one yourself, and those are like $150. So, you know, everything together would probably cost you like right share of $1,200, $1,100, and that's it. Those
are just parts alone. That's not even installation or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's pretty cheap, especially if you know how to install parts by yourself.
Yeah, and they're regular bolt-ons. It's not like you need any type of like shop. You know, even though it's a BMW, you might need like special wrenches and, you know, bits and pieces like Torx and things like that. But even when it comes to that, like, you know, a cheap Torx set from Home Depot, it's not expensive at all.
Yeah, I think a lot of the times people just get skeptical because of the name BMW, you know? And like, it's an expensive car. I mean, it's more expensive than like getting like a 240 and building it, and then you mess something up, and then it's like maybe like 50 bucks to fix it or something.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, as long as you're around the right people and they're like helping you out with everything and like telling you like this is what you need to do in order to install a part, I don't think it's really going to be that hard.
Yeah, it was not hard at all. I did this car all by myself. You know, like I've done other people's cars as well. Like, it's not hard at all. Really, just have some patience and things will get done.
So yeah, you heard it from him. It's gonna cost you maybe like $1,200 just to make 450 wheel horsepower on a 335i, which is pretty good to me.
Yep, that's wheel horsepower.
Yeah, wheel horsepower, not to the crank. Dude, I want a BMW now. This is bad. This is real bad. I would get in my car, I would try to do a pull, and I'd be like,
where's boost?
This is the worst part about when I drive other people's cars. Like, I drove a S2000, I was like, oh, I want an S2000. I drive your car, oh, I want a 335. But I wanted a 3 Series so bad, bro. I used to just like watch YouTube videos on 335i's, like, oh, this dude, I was like, oh, I just changed my just my turbo alone, I make like 800 wheel horsepower. I'm like, what? It's like the modern day Supra, literally. It really is. It literally is.
Yeah, the next thing I want to do is a watt box.
Yeah.
And the watt box is pretty much like a relay system, but you know, you drill it right here, put it on the footwell.
Yeah.
Run the cable to the ECU, and then the other cable to the gas pedal, and that's your two-step. Because the car's going to be set up for a quarter mile.
Yeah.
And
so that's how you have to have two-step on your car. My two-step on my car is like, it's just a tune.
Yeah, I wish it was just a tune, but you'd have to have another piggyback system in order for it to work. It's called JB4.
Oh yeah, I know about JB4.
Yeah, and I don't with JB4.
Why? Everyone does JB4. Everybody.
That's the exact reason why my car's faster than all of theirs.
Yeah, this car suspension is really good. He's on H&R lowering springs, Jesus, and Bilstein struts. That was a pretty bad bump, and we did bottom out or nothing, so it's definitely got a pretty good dampening rate and everything. So, because at first I thought this was just the BMW suspension, but it's just those H&R lowering springs and the shocks. With his aftermarket springs and shocks, he dropped the car about maybe like 2 inches. Anyways, what made you actually get this car?
Well, backstory, I used to have a white E92 335i, and I was actually stopping in at a church to do my donations for the week, and I left my car outside, ran inside real fast, and came back, and my car was actually hit by a drunk driver, and he rode over the entire driver's side of the vehicle, and he pretty much drove over the entire front of the vehicle. And after that, I was like, well, I really miss my 335, so I decided to get another one a few months later, like 2 or 3 months, and I decided on this one.
It's a pretty clean car, man. Like, for being a 4-door sedan, this thing moves. It's pretty quick.
definitely faster than my other one. That one had almost everything done to it as well. I only had it for like a year, and you know, it took me a while to build it. So when I got this one, I just kind of transferred over my parts.
The turn signals in this car are very hard to get used to.
That's why no one uses them.
Dude, they're annoying. That's the most annoyingest turn signal ever. It's either you lock it in or you like tap it.
Yeah, you just tap it. Tap it 3 times and then you lock it in and it flashes as long as you.
Bro, like why did BMW think, oh, we're gonna make this turn signal either you fully commit or you barely even put your turn signal on.
It's like a relationship.
Traction control off. I thought it was gonna be worse.
Nah, I'm just glad it stayed straight. It's probably because the tires are warm.
I mean, I know how to handle it. If it starts getting sideways, I just let off.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do. Gosh, Lee. Alright, well, I think that's gonna pretty much end the video. So, I want to thank you guys for watching. Please comment, subscribe, and remember, let's turn our dreams into reality.